Hi everyone, it's Gary here, and it's a very warm welcome to us here on the Fourth Officials YouTube channel. It's two Garys for the price of one on this show. As joining me is the co-founder of She Can FC, Gary Dickson. Gary, it's a very warm welcome to the Fourth Official. How are we?
Very well, thanks, mate. Just like to thank you for the platform here and having us on. So, yeah, really good. What about yourself?
Yeah, very well, mate. Wanted to obviously reach out to yourself and get a bit of detail behind what She Can FC is all about. Long-term listeners to us here at the Fourth Official will know that we are a big advocate of the women's game here in Scottish football. And when I saw some stuff online on the social media platforms about this new initiative, I thought absolutely perfect. Let's get you on and get to grips a little bit about what the project is and where people can find more about yourselves.
Yeah, well, I mean, fundamentally, the whole club, it's a female-only club, Gary, so we cater for girls from age 6 through to our ladies team at the moment, and really it's just about empowering females and just really pushing to get equality for girls as much as we possibly can. I have a daughter, that's probably where it stemmed from. She's been playing football for years, started to coach her team, a good group of coaches together, and just decided we thought we could do this ourselves. So we set up She Can FC, I think it was October last year. To date, today as it stands, we've got, I think it's 162 girls. In our girls division, we have, I guess, 95 ladies, part of our women's division now as well, which is just absolutely crazy. A few of the mums had said, can we set up 5-a-sides? And 90 odd ladies turned up on a Monday night, which we weren't expecting. But just really want to have a really inclusive culture. So we don't do trials or anything like that. It's all about we cater for girls who are technically excellent footballers. We've got some really talented girls that have moved on quite quickly to next gen. But we also want to bring in girls who've never kicked a ball before, never tried football. The difference it makes in girls' lives, Gary, when we speak to parents, it's great to hear girls are getting better at football, but the best feedback we always get is just the confidence that the girls have now got. They've taken into school with them as well and come out their shells. So, yeah, I could go on about it for hours, mate, but really fundamentally it's about pushing girls and women's football as far as we possibly can.
And I think the fact that it's grown so quickly is testament to obviously the project and what you guys are building over at the club. The fact that it has caught fire and you've been able to get out there. I think word of mouth obviously is so massively important when it comes to obviously starting up a new project. And I think, as you say, that it's about not just a game of football, but it's about the culture in and around it and building something that these girls are going to take into later life.
Yeah, it's just, I always say to people, it sounds cheesy or tacky, but we're so much more than a football club. It's absolutely a community. Seen that firsthand with the women's, especially so many women now just met friends through it who are now friends that socialise on a regular basis together. So it's so much more powerful than just the football. I suppose we're in terms of our success, I'll always say it's down to the coaches that we have. So I mean, there's four of us. There's myself, Marty, Emma, and AJ. So it's myself and Marty, the two wives. We're the co-founders of the club. But then I think we've got 42 coaches in total now. The mission for us is to have over 50% female coaches. We're not quite there yet. I think we're at 38, 39% when I worked it out the other day. So we've now, what was amazing on Monday night was we had, I think it was 3 ladies from our women's rec team who came along to get involved in the coaching with the girls. I just think it's really important that girls see ladies that play the game as well, just to give them a bit of inspiration and to see if there's other people doing it, then why can't I, sort of thing.
Yep. And in terms of your background, Gary, obviously you mentioned the fact that you started off coaching your girls' team, but your football background, what does that look like?
I've always played football, not to a massively high standard, I should say, but over 35s. now. That's just for me to go and kick people every second Friday so that I can get the aggression out. But I love the coaching now, Gary, more than anything else. I get so much enjoyment out of it, especially with the girls. I was involved coaching my little boys team for a while, but he hated me. To be fair, it is different. I just think the girls, it is. It's totally different with the girls in terms of the coaching side of it and the other things you need to take into the equation. And I absolutely love. I probably enjoy coaching girls more than I do coaching the boys. And I think with my daughter, the reason I get into it, her social circle now, the amount of friends she's met from different schools, etc. She goes to high school next year. She'll know loads of girls in the high school already because of the girls she's met through football. So I think back to when I played football many moons ago. I've still got friends to this day, Gary, from football teams under 18s and under 21s. So I want the girls to have that going forward as well.
Yep. In terms of the kind of mission statement, you've spoken a little bit about that, but what's the goal for the club? Is it to have someone at the top table when it comes to like the SWPL? What sort of conversations have you had with the sort of the kind of pyramid within Scottish women's football?
Well, the plan for us, and I always dream big, so to speak, 'cause I'm always telling the girls to dream big. So, same from our point of view. At the moment, got under sixes, under eights, under tens, under 12s, under 14s. We've got a women's rec team now that's part of the Scottish Women's Rec League. The only age groups we're missing is 16s and 18s, but again, we're relatively new. We'll organically have a 16s this time next year with the girls that move up. And to answer your question, I suppose the dream for us is eventually to have a full 11-a-side women's team playing in the pyramid scheme, whether that's in the SWPL or not. I don't know how that would look, but I think right now for us as well, the next 2 to 5 years, that it's a big aim, but that has to be, you've got to aim for the stars, so to speak. The big plan for us over the next couple of years is probably to get our own premises. I still think when you're going to get pitches and lets and trying to book places, it's notoriously dominated by the male side. That's probably the biggest challenge. And if you spoke to other people that ran girls' football clubs as well, I'm pretty sure they would say the same thing. So we still need to break down a few barriers with that. Been speaking to councils, been speaking to local MPs. So just chipping away at it really to try and ensure that the girls get access to the same facilities and options that the boys get access to. But that won't happen overnight. That's something we're going to need to chip away at over the next few years. But yeah, to answer your question, having our own female-only place that belongs to SheCan, I think that would allow us to grow it and scale it massively to eventually achieve the aim, which is to have a full pathway club through, hopefully, to an SWPL side at some point.
In terms of where parents, girls, people can find you, obviously I found you on social media platforms, so you're not hard to find in that way, but where can people get you if they've not heard of you until watching this video?
I mean, we're all over social media. To be fair, so we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram. Created the TikTok, so you'll probably see me on there doing some stupid dances with the girls, etc. on there. But we're pretty much across all social media platforms. If anyone types in SheCan FC on any of those platforms, we should pop up.
And in terms of where they can find you if they want to bring along their daughter to be part of the club, where can they find you?
I mean, simple email address, Gary, 1R at shecanfc.com. I've tried to make it as simple as I possibly can. But again, the most messages we get tends to be through the Facebook page or the Instagram page or through Twitter. It's me that puts all the content on there. So yeah, I'm on there checking these things all the time. So if anyone wants to join or inquire, get more info about the club, really easy to do so through social media or email address, as I just said.
Yep. All the best Garys are 1R, so no, I will
Thank you.
completely back you up on that one. Brilliant. Thanks for coming along, Gary. Obviously, we will do all we can in terms of getting the word out there. It's something that we are massively passionate about here on Fourth Official is growing the women's game. And it's a period of time where obviously it is a boom period in Scotland where there's such more investment going into girls and ladies football in Scotland. So the fact that there's now something else out there that is from age 6 upwards, I think it is massively exciting, and I wish you all the best with the project.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on. Much appreciated.